Frank Lloyd Wright, a luminary in the world of architecture, crafted over 1,000 structures in his storied career. The crown jewel among his creations, however, without any doubt, belongs to falling water, a property celebrated for its symbiosis with nature and groundbreaking design. This architectural wonder is nestled above a serene waterfall in Pennsylvania, yet it beautifully encapsulates Wright's brilliance, freezing a moment where the static meets the dynamic, and the limited embraces the infinite. Once you see the genius, it had come as no surprise that Falling Water was named the best all-time work of American architecture. That was in a poll of members of the American Institute of Architects. Welcome to Old Money Lives, where we explore the lives and homes of those beyond our normal reach. Design and construction. The story of how Falling Water came to be is as fascinating as the house itself, and it all starts with Edgar J. Kaufman, a prominent Pittsburgh businessman known for his visionary outlook and a keen eye for art and architecture. Kaufman, you see, was deeply in love with the natural beauty of Bear Run, that's in Pennsylvania, and thus already owned a cabin on the site. Here he'd enjoy horseback riding, fishing, and hiking, and these activities only deepened his connection to the land. However, in the same lush landscapes of the Laurel Highlands, he would also very soon envision a weekend retreat for his family. Edgar's relationship with Frank Lloyd Wright at this point had already begun through a shared interest in civic projects for Pittsburgh, so Kaufman initially approached him. But despite Kaufman's enthusiasm, Wright did not present any plans for the longest time. The lore of Falling Water tells of Wright's legendary procrastination, which culminated in the dramatic and swift creation of the house's plans. As the story goes, Wright had put off drafting the plans until the Kaufmans were practically on their way to Taliesin to see the designs. In what seemed like a burst of creative genius, Wright sat down and, within just a few hours, drafted what would become one of the most iconic houses in the world. Well, when Edgar Kaufman commissioned Wright to design the building, Wright visited Bear Run in December, that was in 1934, and came back inspired by the property's natural beauty, particularly its waterfalls. But instead of placing the house with a view of the waterfall as Kaufman expected, Wright decided to integrate the house directly with the waterfall, making it a living part of Kaufman's experience. In just 2 hours before Kaufman's arrival, Wright had rapidly produced the drawings for Falling Water. But guess what? The construction wasn't going to be a walk in the park either, and the very elements that make Falling Water a masterpiece also presented the greatest difficulties during its construction. By the way, are you loving these insights? Hit subscribe and share to fuel more content like this. Stay connected for the next deep dive. Construction challenges. Well, one of the most pressing challenges was the structural integrity of the cantilevered terraces, you see. They stretched out like branches over the stream, daring in their design. However, Wright was pushing the limits of what was possible with concrete at the time, and thus from the very beginning, they deflected or tilted downwards. A problem that the Kaufmans documented as early as 1955, noting a deflection of approximately 4 inches. Further investigations included a structural analysis, which revealed that the concrete and the steel of the terraces were overstressed due to errors in the design of their reinforcement. We've all felt a little overstressed, haven't we? This meant that the terraces could no longer function as designed, leading to a significant and invasive preservation effort later down the road. And another significant challenge was the use of materials and their integration with the site. Wright chose Pottsville sandstone, which is quarried nearby. This was for the walls, and laid them in a way that mimicked the natural stone ledges of Bear Run, aiming to unify the house with its landscape. However, the arrangement of the stone and the deep crevices between each presented opportunities for water to seep into the walls. Oh no! Obviously, leading to damage over time. Who would have thought all these problems with the waterfalls so nearby? Features and integration with nature. Wright's mastery in blending architecture with its environment is nowhere more evident than in Falling Water. Wright's choice of materials, colors, and organization, everything's perfect. Forget the sterile white boxes you usually call houses. Falling Water's colors are straight out of an autumn dream. Earthy tones of concrete, chosen to match the sun-baked earth. They blend seamlessly with pops of Cherokee red, echoing fallen leaves clinging to the trees, or something like that. Furthermore, Wright chose a then innovative low-iron glass known as water-white glass to maximize transparency. However, the original glass posed a long-term conservation challenge due to its inability to filter out harmful ultraviolet radiation, which could damage the home's interior furnishings and artwork. To address this issue in 1987, Falling Water's conservators sought to find a balance between maintaining the clarity of the windows and protecting the interior from UV damage. They opted to replace the original glass with a more advanced laminated glass that included UV filtering capabilities. This new glass, manufactured by Vitro Architectural Glass, and known as Starfire Ultra Clear Glass, uses a proprietary low-iron formulation to achieve high levels of transparency, while also providing protection from UV light. It's all very clever. The interior of Falling Water features a series of interconnected spaces that offer unique views of the surrounding nature and the architectural marvel itself. The design is both cozy and spacious, utilizing furnishings and built-ins to create functional yet aesthetically appealing living spaces. Central to Wright's philosophy, the hearth in the living room, built around natural boulders, symbolizes the heart of the home and its intimate connection with the earth. Step outside the living room and you won't encounter a jarring transition, oh no! There's flagstone floors that continue seamlessly onto the terrace. Edgar Kaufman Jr., the son of the original owner, could walk barefoot from the living room to the waterfall edge, feeling the cool moss under his feet. Be a bitch to clean though, wouldn't it? Legacy and preservation. Edgar Kaufman Sr., the man who envisioned the very house, wasn't around to see his dream flourish for long. But time, even for architectural marvels, takes its toll. The daring cantilevered terraces, constantly battling gravity and the elements, started showing their age. Cracks appeared. Whispers of structural concerns filled the air. Edgar Jr. feared losing his father's dream. Luckily, though, he wasn't alone, and soon enough saw the Western Pennsylvania Conservancy step in to take guardianship of Falling Water in 1964. Preserving Falling Water wasn't easy, but the ones who took its responsibility didn't back down. The original glass had to be replaced with laminated ultraviolet light filtering glass to protect the interiors and the artwork, all from the sunlight damage. Thanks to the Falling Water's Window Legacy Fund, though, that's a strange fund, the care and replacement of these glass elements was ensured, keeping Wright's vision of a lantern in the forest alive. Similarly, steel, while less visible, plays a crucial role in the structure's integrity. Rust and corrosion from the humid environment required remediation, and in some cases still replacement. In the early 2000s, a critical intervention was made yet again to address the potential collapse of the house's cantilevers. John Matteo, a key figure in Falling Water's preservation, brought an innovative solution to the table. His work, alongside Robert Silman's team, introduced an elegant post-tensioning system, which has since been a game-changer in maintaining the structure's integrity. Then there's the challenge with the flagstone flooring, especially when it was removed in 2001 for structural work. Imagine the painstaking process of numbering, storing, and then reassembling each stone like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Not enough cups of tea in the world for that one. Since being entrusted to the Western Pennsylvania Conservancy, Falling Water has opened its doors to the public. Think about it. Stepping back from the bustling city life, entering a house where the waterfall becomes your personal soundtrack, the forest your living room wallpaper. That is what Falling Water offered. I bet Edgar Jr. saw the joy on visitors' faces, the way their worries melted away with the rushing water. In addition, Falling Water has also received numerous accolades, including designation as a National Historic Landmark and inclusion in the UNESCO World Heritage list. So, the next time you find yourself looking for a travel destination that's more than just a pretty picture, consider Falling Water. It's not just about admiring the architecture. It's about feeling the spray of the waterfall on your face, listening to its soothing melody, and experiencing the magic of living in the literal sense. Trust me, it's an experience you won't forget.